Tamara and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about the dynamic, the enthusiastic, the gregarious ENFP. Now, don't you want to know what this type would be like in a relationship? I always say that the ENFP, to me, is the biggest flirt on the planet. It comes naturally to them. So the moment that you meet an ENFP, you're probably going to be drawn into their enthusiasm. They sort of treat everyone the same in a way. They have a way of affirming people and making them feel good about themselves that is contagious. And they don't mind being front and center. And they can be very good with people and making you just feel very liked. Now, somebody who's in a relationship with them might get a little bit jealous because of that, because they might feel like the ENFP treats everyone the same, and what's the difference in how you treat me versus how you treat everyone else, because you make me feel special and you're making them feel special too. So that can be a bit of a source of conflict to an ENFP, but they are very tuned into people. They have an enthusiasm for life, and so they might be just as dynamic with you as they are to causes that they're interested in, or activities that they're really into, or sporting events, whatever it is. They bring a similar type of enthusiasm and energy to all of those different arenas. If you're in a relationship with an ENFP, you'll be drawn to their spontaneity, their intuition, and their highly positive energy. If you want to play and have fun, they can be so silly. They are very honest sometimes, maybe in a similar way as an ESFP would be, but different, because they're not going to have a problem like some people in relationships with showing you who they are and speaking their mind, speaking their truth, and what they like, what they don't like. They're not super secretive. Not to say that there aren't things that they may reveal to you about their family history later in their life, or things that happened to them in the past. That may take a while. They are probably better than most types with just being, hi, it's me, how are you? I'll let you know how I feel. I've known some ENFPs who cuss a lot, believe it or not, because they're just very expressive. They speak how they're feeling very, very easily. I've known some ENFPs to be very popular among many different circles because they're so easy to be around, and people just seem to be drawn to that type of energy because when you're around them, you're gonna laugh, you're gonna have fun. If you're shy and you're dating an ENFP, they're probably gonna do their best to make you feel right at home. And because they like to give feedback, positive feedback, affirmations to you, they're gonna do that a lot. They kind of like to get into your shoes a little bit and find out more about who you are, but they're going to give you a chance. You know, some types are very judgy. So if you're dating and relating with an ENFP, just know that they're open, and so they're going to be more likely to be and give you the chance to be an open book and be an open book with you, and not put you in a stereotypical box. They're gonna give you the space and time to express who you really are. So that's really nice. Now, one area that might be a little bit challenging for an ENFP is because they think in possibilities. They've got that intuition and that perceiver thing going on. So in a relationship, they may be thinking, is this the best relationship that I could possibly be in? Or are there ways that I can make this relationship better? So they're always striving for better and better and better. If you're out on a date with them, they could lose all sense of time because they're relishing it, they're enjoying it, they're having fun. Once they go into that arena with you, they're just ready to live it up and enjoy themselves. They like closeness. They're gonna draw you in. I have met some ENFPs who are not quality time, but it's very hard to detect with them because they treat everyone like they're so important, but they really might rather be at home or playing with their dogs or doing that kind of thing if they're not quality time. So that is still possible, but nevertheless, when they're engaged with you, they're engaged. So they can have a community of people, a circle of friends, a mate that they feel very close to and that they may give their affections to. These people are quite upbeat, they're very engaging, they can be all over the place sometimes, so they're not gonna have trouble juggling different areas. So that's something that you need to know if you're gonna be in a relationship with them. They really just wanna make people happy, even though they can go into moments where they can be quite blunt. And I think I talked about this on my ENFP video, where they can surprise you, like be this cheery, happy-go-hi and you did this and you did that and this person, and I don't know if it's just building up and they're not saying anything, and then they might just let you have it. But more than likely, you're gonna kind of know what they're thinking because they don't generally hold back. So how are they with money? Not to say that some ENFPs aren't really good at money, because some of them can be, but in general, they might be sort of go with the flow when it comes to money. Hey, I want to take that trip, but let's just go with it. You know, let's just go in the grocery store and buy everything we see that we want. I mean, they're just flexible and they like that flexibility. They might be opening different checkbooks and bank accounts. One week they might be super interested in money and stock market or whatever, and then the next week they are on to something totally different. So if you are in a relationship with an ENFP, they might prefer it if you took charge of the money if you're really good at it. I think that would be an area that they could let go of. They have a very vivid imagination when it comes to dating, so they're gonna keep it interesting, they're gonna keep it fun. There's no such thing as, okay, we have arrived. They're really gonna enjoy being able to continuously pursue different aspects of the relationship and make them better, more fun. And they can even get a little perfectionistic in certain aspects of the relationship. Don't be surprised if your ENFP husband or wife blurts out expressions of how they feel about things, and they're going to be very charged when it comes to their verbal skills. They can sort of become one with you emotionally because they subconsciously tap into who you are and who the depth of you is, and they probably are going to admire you very much and be very intrigued by you. They can really be very good at aligning themselves with you. Now, if you are a J type, you're a judger, and or even a firstborn. Let's say you're firstborn and you like a whole lot of structure and you like schedules. Sometimes that's very confining to them. And so it can cause conflict because some ENFPs can be very spontaneous. At the same time, I noticed that in a job situation, most of them are actually very hardworking, very stable when it comes to their jobs and doing things right and giving it the best of their ability. And actually, they can be super organized in that arena, but sometimes outside of that, they just want to be free. And if you're not very spontaneous, it might be the source of conflict because they don't always censor what they say. You might say something to them that really bothers you about the relationship, and they might feel hurt and they may not think before they speak. And so they can be very blunt with their words at times. So they may say something hurtful and then they regret it later, and then that's upsetting because now I've said something to you that hurt your feelings, and it just can create kind of a cycle of conflict after that. I think as parents, they can be so much fun They can give their kids some space to be who they are. They may be the type that introduces their kids to different activities, different fun, different types of experiences, and they enjoy watching the adventure in their kids and just letting their kids be kids. They can be quite flirty and fun and popular among peers. So what is marriage? That might be a question that an ENFP asks. And for them, it may be more of something that you grow into, not an automatic, this is what we're doing. And they may redefine what the marriage looks like depending on what's happening in the moment. Like, they're not just stuck in, okay, this is the way it always has to be. They have some flexibility in themselves that can lend itself well in a relationship. So let's talk about breakups. Do you think that ENFPs would have a hard time breaking up with somebody or just having a relationship end? What do you think? I think they would. I think because when it comes to relationships, they're gonna give it a lot of effort, a lot of energy. They're gonna do whatever it takes to make that relationship work, to make it fun, to just be the best that they can in it. And so it's extremely disappointing to them if it ends. It could be hard for them to let go, even if they see signs that it's not working out, because they are emotionally involved and attached to the person. They have more than likely given their relationship their best effort and tried different things to make it work. So of course it's gonna be very painful and hard to let them go, let it go. I can see an ENFP being friends with their exes because they're so friendly in nature. And I can see them even being friends very easily. You know, some people say that you can't be friends. You know, if you're a woman, you can't be friends with a man. And if you're a man, you can't be friends with a woman. And then also have your relationship, like that's an issue. But I think ENFPs, they probably are gonna want to have friends that are the opposite sex of them because they're just kind of friendly, gregarious people. It is what it is. So I think a relationship with this type could be so much fun and enjoyable. So I hope this gave you some insight into what it would be like if you want to take the chance and be in a relationship with an ENFP. Just know they're going to give it their all. They're going to try to make you feel comfortable. They're going to be easy to engage, and they're going to want you to be happy. So thanks for watching my video. Please give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.